I'm a student of Minneapolis Business College, and today I'll be telling you about Sata versus Pata, a little bit about hybrid drives and why I believe they're better, and then we'll touch up on what hot swappable means. We'll be talking about Pata and Sata. Parallel ATA, or Pata, was had the market up until 2003. It had a speed up to 133 megabytes per second, and it could only go one way at a time, so it would have to go this way before it could go back this way. Now, when you talk about Sata, that's the new version. It came out in 2003, and before that, Pata was just called ATA, and it was made by IBM. Sata could be a lot longer, so you could have more room in your cases, and so the design of the cases could be a little different. With Sata, you have speeds up to 600 megabytes per second, and with Sata, you don't have to just run a hard drive. You can run optical drives. You can run external, depending on the type. Now, with optical drives, those didn't start using Sata until long after Sata. You have something called hot swappable, meaning that you can unplug it and plug it in with power to the system. Whereas with a parallel, it was not. You did that and bad things would happen. But the good thing about parallel is as it went through, it was faster because it all went one way instead of having it go back and forth, so it felt a little faster. Talking about Sata, let's talk about hard drives, specifically a hybrid drive, which is a mix between a solid state and a regular hard drive. Now, what a hybrid drive does is it has its own solid state area, which it uses for cache, so that it can then save the data it's trying to store and write it later to make it faster. The way it does that is it saves it as like memory does on the motherboard, and then what it does is later on it will write it to the magnetic platter. We talked about Sata and Pata and their speeds. We talked about a hybrid drive and how it's better than both mechanical or an SSD. And for more information on hard drives, check out the links below.